I can keep secrets sometimes. Like when Christine Lampard told me she was pregnant with Patricia, I never told anyone. And when she told me she was pregnant this time, I never told anyone until she did. So I can be good sometimes.
Me too, it was killing us, but obviously we all knew. I think she told us all the same secret. Not telling each other.
I'm rubbish at telling people I'm pregnant. I think it's one of those things where you either you do and it really works for you, you don't. I get so nervous to tell anyone anything in case something goes wrong or, you know, just because sometimes it feels like that moment is really private. And yeah, so pregnancy is one of the things I wouldn't be... I'm never able to tell people about for a long time.
Well, like, people like to keep it for the first 3 months, don't they? And then they can sort of relax a little bit, which I did, like, years and years ago. I got to 3 months, I had a scan and everything was all right. And then after that, I felt like something wasn't right. So eventually I rang up and asked to have a scan, went down there with Louis, and the nurse went to me, she started doing the scan, and she went, oh, hold on a minute, I'm just going to go and call a doctor. So I thought, oh, there's something not right here. Meanwhile, Mark just turned up from work, not knowing that... I didn't know he was coming, and they came in and said that the baby had died inside me. But, I mean,
you got a lot of support because your family knew you were pregnant.
Honestly, yeah. And it's, like, so hard for people. Like, it's like when people die, they don't know what to say, do they?
Yeah.
But Mark took it really bad. You know, like, he kept saying, do you think we did something wrong? Do you think that something... You know, I said, no, Mark, it's not. Anyway, so I had to go in the next day to have the baby removed. But, but I wouldn't have had Bobby if I had that baby.
Hello,
so,
Bobby.
yeah. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's so difficult, that, though, Linda, isn't it? I mean, I'm like you and Stacey in that both of my pregnancies I kept secret as long as I possibly could. But I was having a discussion the other day on radio, actually, about miscarriage. And I spoke to a young woman, and she was saying that she wanted to tell people the instant she knew she was pregnant. So it made the baby real. You know, so if a miscarriage was to happen further down the line, then... you know, people would know that she was pregnant and the life would kind of matter. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you've never told anyone and then you miscarry, do you tell them? Do you not tell them? Did your baby exist? Did your baby not exist? And that really struck me that, I don't know, maybe that would be a better way to do things.
It's so individual, isn't it?
I
don't think there's better or worse ways to do things. I think it's whatever works for you emotionally. Like, I genuinely... couldn't think of personally anything worse than when you have a miscarriage and then having those conversations afterwards and telling everybody that the baby you talked about is no longer, you know. But that's just the way I personally deal with stuff.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? There are no hard and fast rules. I suppose for me, when I had my miscarriages, the fact, because you know me, I have to tell good news straight away, the fact that I told everybody was a great comfort to me, because those people were also invested in that life in the same way that I was. The only thing that worries me is when some people don't share because they think that somehow it could, you know, something terrible could happen because they've shared it, you know, a kind of superstitious thing. Because I think that's been passed down from ages gone by, where there was some sort of shame if a woman lost a baby. And I think that we have to be mindful of that. But, yeah, different folks, different strokes, that's the thing, isn't it? And whatever works for you is the right thing.